Hey there tech fans, Rick here again with another review, and today I have the brand new Blink Sync Module 2. This is the latest version of the Blink Sync module that you'll use with all of your Blink cameras, and it includes a couple of really nice improvements over the original version, which I'll explain in a minute. But before I do, I always like to start every review clip with an unboxing of the product just to show you all the components that are included, and then I'll take a closer look at the Blink module itself and explain all the connections and indicators. I'll then come back and point out what's different about this one over the original version so you clearly understand the differences. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first pop open the box, you'll find the Blink Sync Module 2. You'll find a really nice power supply for the wall. You can just plug that into any standard wall outlet. There's a USB-A connection on the back, and they also include a really nice long cable. It's well over a foot, which is a USB-A connection here and a micro USB connection here, which plugs into the sync module, and that's all the power you'll need to operate this. Now, if you're lucky enough to plug this in near a router, you may also have a USB-A connection on the back of your router, and you can plug this into that USB-A connection and eliminate the need for the power supply. Now, next I'm going to take a closer look at the module, and I'll explain all the connections and indicators, and then I'll come back and give you a real good idea of why this is different than the original version and why I think it's a big improvement. So stay tuned and we'll take a closer look next. Inside the kit, you'll find the Blink Sync Module 2, a DC power supply. This end plugs into any standard wall outlet. The other end has a USB-A port on it that's used with the included cable. The cable supplied is a heavy-duty version and it's nice and long. The one end has a USB-A connection on it, which plugs into the power supply. The other end has a micro USB connection on it, which plugs into the sync module, and that's all the power you'll need to operate the system. Also included is a full instruction manual, which is really more of a quick start guide to get you going. The module itself is pretty straightforward. It's made out of high impact plastic. On the top surface, you'll notice two LEDs right here. The top LED is blue, and that's a Wi-Fi indicator. When you're setting up the module, that'll blink until it finds your network and signs on, then it'll stay on solid blue. The one below it is a power indicator, and that'll light up green. And the minute you add power to the unit, it starts an internal power on self-test, and once it passes that test, it'll light that LED green, letting you know it's ready to use. On the front of the unit, you'll find the micro USB power port. Again, you'll plug the micro USB end of that cable into here, the other end into your power supply. And on the side, you'll find another full-size USB-A port that's used for an external thumb drive, and that's where your local copies of the videos are stored. You can use a thumb drive up to 256 megabytes, slide it in there, and that'll store all your media from your cameras, and you can pull it out and watch it on your computer. To the right of that is a little hole that's a reset button. If you have to reset the module for any reason, hold that in with a paper clip for about 5 seconds. It'll do a factory reset on the module, and you can move it to another location or re-add it to your network as needed. I hope that closer look was helpful. Now here are a few things to keep in mind when you're comparing the new version of the Blink Sync module to the original version. For starters, both modules will support 10 cameras, and that's really important because a lot of the home automation systems and home camera systems require a separate IP address for each one of the cameras, and that's usually negotiated with your router. And the problem there is if you put a lot of products on your network, you're going to have a lot of IP addresses to keep track of. The Blink Sync module will actually aggregate 10 cameras at one time. So you're not worrying about connecting each of those to your network. They're all connecting to the hub, and then the sync module actually negotiates that IP address for them. So each of the sync modules will support 10 different cameras. If you have more than 10 cameras, you can add a second sync module. What I like so much about the version 2 though is they have a USB slot on the side, a USB-A slot, where you can slide a thumb drive in there up to 256 megabytes to actually have local storage of your video files. You'll still need the cloud subscription to do it. To instigate that, it's free for the first 30 days and then it's a small monthly fee after that. But I love the fact that I've got local storage of my files because heaven forbid I lose the connection to the cloud or I just want to view them on my computer. All I have to do is pull out that thumb drive from the side, pop it in my computer, and I have access to all my files. I also like the fact that they've made it a little bit faster. Now, I haven't done any testing between the two, but I find that the cameras that are on the Blink Sync Module 2, to me, seem much more responsive and a little quicker to get the video back when I'm viewing it on a device. So I'll have to test that a little bit further, but for me, I think it's a good move. The price is right on this. They didn't raise the price that much compared to the original Sync module, and I really think the addition of that local storage is a big benefit to the product. So hopefully you found this review helpful. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, stay nerdy.